Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Happy Thursday. Can't believe we only got one more day to the weekend. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Bird ran off for emergency dental work.
Yeah, he had a killer toothache.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to do a root canal or something. I don't know. But it sounded like it was going to be painful and expensive.
What was it that he had? Did he chip a tooth?
I think so. And I think he's had the pain for a while. Like, it's been going on like a week.
Okay.
Which I would never even let it go past a day. But that's just me.
Some of the worst stuff. Yeah. Whatever the pain is you get in your mouth, it's terrible.
Ugh, I can't.
He's got some of the worst stuff because the mouth pain's terrible, and also so is back pain, and he's got both of them.
And so is having your kidney taken out. That's pretty painful, too.
Yeah, the guy just knows pain.
He is.
His whole life. That's all I know is
Yeesh.
pain. And poor dude. So, yeah, the bird will be sitting in a dentist chair instead of joining us today. And he's going to be missed because the first thing I wanted to bring up here was the best sex positions for burning calories.
Something tells me he would excel at guessing all of these.
Well, I think I need him to help me out here because apparently I've just been way out of the game for too long because I don't even know what some of these are. It was 112 couples that participated with Fitbits, and so they're able to track, burning calories and all that kind of stuff based on what they were doing in the bedroom, and they would purposely be like, okay, now we're going to try out this position, check the Fitbits, okay. So it was really a scientific experiment of sex. And number one on the list for men, which is second on the list for women, they say is a more advanced position called the butter churner.
Show me on Denny's.
I can't because I don't know what it means. That's just why I'm saying I don't know. I can't show anybody.
The butter churner.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Is there a video? Is there a tutorial? Because
Okay.
I guess I'm too boring too because I'd never heard of this butter one.
Well, let me see here. It says in women's health, everyone is talking about the butter churner sex position, and here is your guide. Okay.
Walk us through it.
Okay, how to do the butter churner. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Wow.
Do you think with your level of flexibility you could pull it off? Just looking at what you're looking at.
I could. I would. It would. I would be in the hospital. Now, if I were the woman. Now, if I were the guy, I think I could do this. Now, let me see. What I'll do here is, if you're watching KVJ TV, I'll snap a photo of it and I will show it so that you can see what the butter churner looks like based on the diagram that they have given us here. You can take a look at that. That is the butter churner. So if you're just listening and doing an audio version of this, I'll walk this through. The woman definitely has the tough part of this.
She's the base, and she's
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be a tough balancing act.
This is terrible. I mean, this is like this honestly should have been outlawed in the Geneva Convention.
That would trip up Mary Lou Retton.
Okay, so to do it, ladies, you would lie on your back with your legs raised and folded over so that your ankles are on either side of your head. So you got to be very flexible. Now, what he does, he squats and dips his donger right in and out of the fun hole. Right then and there. And that's what it says, donger and fun hole. Crazy, huh?
That doesn't look fun to me.
Good heavens.
That takes too much balance and flexibility, and I don't know if I've ever been in that position just in life.
The butter churner. Wow. They said that anybody brave enough to try it can lose approximately 211 calories in 30 minutes. For women, it burns 179. That was the number one on the list. The butter churner. And that is, wow. They have the do it. They gave the description I just did. The why. Aside from getting that eye contact, the extra rush of blood into your head will increase the ecstasy. That's why you do the butter churner. So, ladies, apparently it's even better for you. That's amazing.
Interesting.
The butter churner. And they say to make it hotter, have him dribble chocolate syrup or something sweet into your mouth. It gets more of your senses involved, amping up the entire experience.
I mean, chocolate and butter go real nice together.
The chocolate butter churner is what that would be. Wow. What? Am I the only one that's not heard of this?
No, I think they're making new ones up all the time, Kevin, and we're old. I don't doubt its authenticity.
They say that it got popular in the first winter series of Love Island. So maybe it was featured on a show.
It was a reality show.
Yeah, Love Island.
Birthed.
Yeah. That's where it came from.
Okay.
The butter churner.
Well, thank goodness for Love Island.
Dang. Okay.
Did you see people doing that on the show? Is that how it became popular?
I imagine they just talked about it.
They can't show that on network television.
I can't imagine it would get that graphic. Because, I mean, that's pretty graphic. I mean, that just, I mean, you really, I could see winding up in the hospital doing that. The level, it looks a little dangerous. You got to be very flexible. And then the other one that they had on here, the best sex positions for burning calories. They said that the results for women that was best, you burn the most calories during the squat. Women who were in this position and doing it at a faster rate lost up to 224 calories. Men only burn 50 in the squat.
Because you're just kind of just laying there.
Yeah.
She's doing all the hard work.
Yeah. So they actually have kind of, rated this stuff out. The best for women. They've got, they even put missionary in here. They said, don't write this off as basic. Might just be one of the best positions for women to have an orgasm. They say, so that part of it is good. But now, is this just for health and fitness? Oh, okay. It's just the best in general. Okay. It's not about burning calories. Well, there you go. All right. So if you want to work out and want to do it in the bedroom, butter churner. That's the way you want to go, or the squat. All right.
I'm getting texts from Jay Bird. He's having drama at the dentist.
Oh, no. What's going on?
I guess they're giving him trouble about the insurance, which is the reason that he had to switch dental places.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I mean, if you have to have mouth surgery and you already pay for dental insurance, you've got to go to a place that accepts your insurance because it's so expensive.
It is. Do you think because he's in pain, he's going to say, forget it, whatever, I'll pay it?
No, he's got to get a place that will take his insurance.
I know you're saying he's got to, but I could see Bird just being like, forget it, whatever, I'll pay it.
And then the bad guys win. Because if he's going to places and they're telling him they take his insurance and then he shows up and they say, oh, we don't take your insurance. We only do cash.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Well, he doesn't, he doesn't already like.
Dealing in adult
right
stuff. Yes.
So I can only imagine how he's going to. If you're in pain too, I'd probably be the same. I'd be like, going, you know what? I've been dealing with this. Like, dealing with this insurance is more of a pain than just.
Well, this dental insurance that we have, they do business in 39 states. It's not some secret dental company. Like, for the insurance place, for the dental office to say they don't know about this dental insurance that we have, yeah, it's not the best company, but it is far-reaching and well-known. And they're going, oh, we've never heard of it. Like, either it's the girl at the front desk's first day, or they're giving you the runaround trying to get you to pay cash because you're in an emergency situation and they don't want it to. I think they have to pay less when they go through insurance.
Okay, and I'm wondering because they were closed down for a while, and not to say that they are, but I could see
a lot of dental places were closed down. All of them.
Well, I'm reading that today, because there are some restaurants that have the COVID-19 charge because they're trying to make up some lost revenue that they'd had. I wonder if you're going to start seeing in a lot of different fields where things just don't seem to work out really well for the consumer.
Because they're trying to make up all the money they didn't make because they were closed for 6 weeks.
Yeah, and again, not to say this dentist is doing that. I don't know, but
he's switched dentists already twice today. So we've never said the name of any of the dentists that he's going to.
Right.
And he's switched twice today.
But this sounds like the kind of story you could hear where some shady dentist gets busted because they've been not taking any of the insurance that they normally do so that they can get a cash payout. And
that was exactly my beef with the whole situation, because if it's going to cost you a couple $100 with your insurance, or it's going to cost you over $1,000 without it, and they want to get their cash today, they don't want to have to go through all the drama of the insurance and then making less and whatever else. I don't know all the details of how it operates on their end, but it just sounds a little fishy to me.
So is he text back exactly what he is going to do?
Let me text him. Is it going okay?
I'm laying money that he's just going to go on ahead and do it. And he's like, yeah.
I just feel bad for the guy because he's not the kind of guy that's going to go in there and say, y'all are taking advantage of a man with a toothache, and this is BS.
He'll just be like, yeah, whatever. I'll just, I can see him just going on ahead and just paying it.
I know, and that's when they win.
I hear you. I think
Denny's
for him,
did the research and set up the appointment and made sure this new dentist took his insurance. And now they're like, oh, we don't even know what state that's from. This dental insurance operates in 39 of the 50 states. I'm looking at their Wikipedia. So it's not like it's some secret company.
Weird. Okay.
It's not the best dental insurance because I've learned that. My dentist, they told me that. They're like, it's not a great company. The one you had before was better. But it's not like it's some a company they've never heard of.
Still should work.
It should work.
Okay. All right. Well, keep us updated. I have a feeling he's just going to jump in and do it.
He says, so far so good. I'm still in the waiting room. I'm just waiting. I gave them all my info.
Okay. All right. Hopefully he gets it.
I hope so, because the boy is in pain.
Yeah.
I mean, he physically is not the same human because his head was in his hands during every commercial break and just trying to breathe through it.
Yeah. They are doing charges. Somebody said I had to pay an extra $6.50 on my dental visit for cleaning expenses.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
$6.50, I get you. I know that you guys are taking extra precautions and buying extra equipment, and I'm fine with that.
Chris said his cost $20. His COVID charge.
I'm still okay with that. Any more than that, I'm like, all right.
Michael said Bird's going to come back with wooden teeth. That'd be amazing. He comes back with really weird chompers tomorrow, and you're just like, at least I'm not in pain. Are those wood?
Are those wooden? Is that cherry or birch?
Nice.
Or is it teak? Teak holds up better to weather. They put a lot of teak on boats.
Yes.
I would ask for teak teeth. We could put some wood lube on it, keep it real nice.
No, you're right. Yeah. I guess, hey, you wouldn't have to worry about as much rotten decay. You would just, put some of that sealant on there like you do on the back deck on your
shellac
patio.
It?
Yeah, you just shellac them. Be a lot better than the dentist.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, as long as you don't get those, what are those bugs I've got?
Termite.
As long as you don't
get no termite teeth.
But he wouldn't call it dentist, he called it Hewlett. So they can get termites, these wood teeth might work out well.
If anybody could get termites in their teeth,
he would.
Jay Bird could.
Yeah, what a weird diagnosis. Shannon, on the Don't Make a Face Bitch, she said, I think that each week somebody else should be in charge of bringing in the concoction for the bit because Virginia knows all the items, and she might be sampling the night before to build up an immunity to it.
That's not true, Shannon.
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome to follow me around. I only sampled it when we were in here, and I was mixing it up to make sure it was potent enough.
Yeah.
I will get whatever you want. And here's the thing. Kevin gave me a list of stuff that was kind of bullshit. Like, it was stuff that, like, I mean, I'll bring in whatever you want. But I was going for grosser.
Okay. Yeah, it was...
You had castor oil on there.
It was stuff that people had suggested to us because it all started with one day I had done something. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it really it felt like a punch in the dick. And I definitely made a face when I did it. I'm like, that could be a funny bit. And so, we were just talking about, okay, what are some things like that, people would have that kind of reaction to. And then people just started submitting stuff. Yeah, like the castor oil.
We can do that.
Was on there.
I just didn't think castor oil sounded gross enough. I like
cold liver oil, somebody had said, and black seed oil was some of the recommendations.
I will get any of that. I have no problem getting whatever you want as long as it sounds gross.
Okay.
Just the stuff that I felt like I was getting was grosser than the stuff on your list, but...
Andrea had said that in regards to the disgusting foods Virginia puts together as a punishment for you guys, you should try the Swedish Fish Challenge. This must be the grossest and worst smelling food in the world. I think I've seen that where people, I don't know if it's, because when I think
Swedish fish, like the candy?
Maybe it's not, maybe it's a different kind of fish name, but I have seen that. There were people that were trying it on YouTube where they would get, it's a canned fish, and just opening it up, they would start like just, and those guys weren't getting anywhere with it. She said, I have a can you guys can have for your show if you want to try it.
You have it?
Maybe, yeah.
All right, bring it, girl.
But do not open the can inside the studio. Yeah, I think I'd seen that. We might have to almost do an outside version.
I can take it, I can put the fish in a blender, and we can blend it up, and we can make a shot out of it.
Yeah. But the smell is like that. We would be in so much trouble if we opened that up in here. So like I said, I mean, these guys they were like hurling just smelling it.
Well, what you have to do is pretend like we didn't know how bad it was going to be when we opened it in here. Wink,
They
wink.
don't care. We usually just, grip it and rip it and do dumb stuff. I had no idea. I think that whole excuse is wearing itself out.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew that this fish would be that stinky?
We had no idea starting a lawnmower in the studio would be dangerous.
We did it, though. That was true.
I know. If you think we're dumb now, we used to be worse. Here's an idea for the old guy sleeping on the bench. Andy sent this in, said the story where the guy saw this old dude sleeping on a bench, and he went over and he thought he needed medical assistance, but the guy was just sleeping, but is in such an uncomfortable position. The guy read in the riot act. He's like, "Don't wake me up, you asshole!" And he's like, "Sorry, I thought you were dead."
It's just weird.
Andy said, "Why doesn't that guy wear a sign that said sleeping, not dead?" Yeah, I think he's been woken up a couple times. So, yeah, I mean, if it keeps happening, yeah, maybe you just need to get that sign.
Something tells me he doesn't have a lot of his life in order. So the prep that it would take and the foresight to actually make the sign.
Yeah, that's too much.
I don't think he's a man of planning for the future.
Yeah.
If you're sleeping on a park bench, you probably have not done a good job of planning for the future. Be it drunk, be it homeless, be it whatever.
And then the sign almost just kind of like welcomes people to come mess with you.
Right. Like, why would you want to leave yourself that vulnerable? I'd be terrified to nap on a park bench.
Yeah. I don't think that's the right one. Jason had sent this in. The roommate story that you guys had the other day reminded me of my old roommate. One time he was dating this girl we all knew and liked and, in fact, worked with. My roommate came storming in the apartment one afternoon screaming, "She's on her way over. I need to get this place cleaned up. Please help me." Well, myself and the other roommate, we were leaving to go to work, so we basically said, "Sorry, bro, we're leaving for work." We got pissed, but whatever. Truth be told, the apartment for the most part was clean except for the kitchen. The kitchen was a wreck because my roommate had a bad habit of just leaving his dirty plates in the sink and never taking the trash out. On our way to work, we walked because we worked across the street. Well, my roommate and I kind of laughing because we knew the entire mess was his, and it served him right to have to clean up by himself. And after our shift, we returned home to a spotless kitchen, and the trash had been taken out, the whole 9 yards. The next morning, my roommate leaves for work, and we asked him how the date was, and he said it was great, and we ordered a pizza and just watched a movie. He left, and I discovered that he hadn't washed the dishes or taken the trash out at all. Instead, he stacked all the dirty dishes with food still on the back in the cabinets and took the bag of trash and threw it in the laundry room.
What?
We had to wash all the dishes because we didn't know which ones were dirty and basically had to sanitize the laundry room because it stunk so bad. We kicked him out a week later.
Good.
Yeah.
That dude's an animal. You can't have roommates that aren't set the same in cleanliness. And if you put dirty dishes back in the cabinet, I want to fight you.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah, you talked about that one roommate that would just put the dishes dirty under her bed.
Yeah. Karen. She would.
Karen.
Yeah, Karen
figure.
was her name, but she spelled it with a C.
Uh-huh.
She would eat on my dishes that my mother gave me as a gift when I moved out of the home to go to college. So these were sentimental and special. She would eat on these dishes in her room, in her filthy room. Disgusting. But I had never seen her room because she always kept the door closed. One day I went in there looking for my dishes because there was no dishes in the cabinet. I'm like, where the F are my
What'd
dishes?
she do? Yeah.
They were under her bed, covered in dried, crusty, moldy, disgusting food.
That's
all my
gnarly.
plates and all my bowls. But I didn't want to make it worse than it had to be. So I just said, girl, you got to get my dishes out of your room and clean them and put them back in the cabinet. Do whatever you got to do. I didn't take them out myself because I didn't want to have a big fight on my hands. I should have, because that bitch took all my dishes and threw them in the dumpster behind where we lived.
So to me, a roommate thing, that's a younger person's game. I don't have the kind of patience or tolerance
I
for
was
it
in
now.
I was in a very bad situation. So my roommate that I had was so nice. We worked at the radio station together. She was awesome. She had a mental breakdown and had to move back home with her family in North Louisiana.
Okay.
So I was scrambling for a roommate, and I got this Karen chick who I didn't know that well, and she worked at the radio station, and I figured, oh, how bad can she be? Surprise.
Wow.
Yeah, she was gross.
Gross Karen.
Kevin, I could not believe it when I saw the toilet. Have you ever seen a toilet that hasn't been cleaned in, like, I don't know, 8 months?
Yeah, it's
The black mold.
Yeah.
This girl never cleaned the toilet. I could not believe it.
no, it's unreal. I don't know how people can be so disgusting.
I honestly was appalled. And then, oh my gosh, it turned into World War III because this bitch owed me money for the phone bill.
Yeah.
So I started calling the people that she had been calling on my phone bill, and they were like her family, and it got ugly.
Yeah, I don't miss it.
I almost drove to Monroe, Louisiana to go fight her family over $200 on this phone bill because I was so pissed. And then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Hold on, you got to check yourself before you go to jail.
You're driving angry.
For $200 on a phone bill.
It ain't
It was
worth it.
terrible,
It ain't
Karen.
worth it.
If I ever see you again, Karen,
Yeah.
I'll do nothing.
You ever
but-
think about looking up some people like that? Because, yeah, I do have some people from around the college years that I just lost touch in, and I wonder where they are now and what they're doing.
I know Karen can't be doing anything well. I know it. I mean, this was when she was young and in her prime.
Yeah.
She has to have just fallen off the edge of the earth, and she's
Yeah.
vile now, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was one. I had a gross pig, too. I'm just kind of like wondering now, because I imagine he's probably severely overweight.
Yeah, you don't get better with age.
No, I think
if you're a mess when you're 23, you're going to be a disaster when you're 43.
Yeah, this guy was only 20, and he was like driving the car off the cliff. The car being his body. It was just unbelievable.
Wow.
He's the guy that would eat the 3 or 4 packs of ramen noodles and a whole log of sausage every night, and then he would take the grease from the sausage and pour it all in and make a stew. And we had added up that he was eating like 5,000 calories
Per meal.
Yes, and then he would go to bed with his shirt. It was just, and you could just see like how much weight he put on in 6 weeks was stunning. We were shocked. It was just stunning.
I did not think it possible.
Oh, and he was the gross roommate we had. Yeah.
I should look her up. Where's
Yeah.
Karen today? Is Karen still in radio?
Yeah, I want to know what happened to that guy. Thumbelina texted and she said, I had a roommate that had her period on my couch and then just flipped the cushions. Oh, dang. That's crazy. Yeah, I think that'd be the last day. I'd have to get out of there. Yeah, I couldn't do it now. I really think I would. I think I would go. I think I would voluntarily be homeless than live in some of those situations again. They're so disgusting. I think you're better off, right? Nature is more clean than being in a confined space with somebody that's disgusting, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I would much rather be laying in the grass than
I think it's a better
sharing
move.
an apartment with Karen.
Yeah, better move. Got a little bit of an update. Remember yesterday we were talking about that car chase that had happened? It was the white Jeep. It was all over the news. He had clipped like a golf cart in this development. The cops started following him up I-95 North, and then they finally flipped the Jeep over, and they thought he might be connected to those two bodies that washed ashore in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
The guy's name, Daniel Santodovi, I guess is how you pronounce it. And they've got his name now. He's definitely been labeled as a person of interest in the killings of the two men. So they do not believe that they were just, hey, they're swimming, riptide, whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah,
no, he killed him. He
Yeah.
killed two guys.
Well, he's a person of interest in that. And police found weapons and laundered clothes in his Jeep. So they're putting it all together. Yeah, the motive, what happened, what went down. So
I mean, I have weapons and laundered clothes in my
that's right. You do.
car.
You have a knife.
I always have my dry cleaning in
Yeah.
the back, and I always keep a knife in the door.
Don't get in a high-speed chase.
I won't.
They're going to just look for who you killed. And then they're going to pin like any dead body on you. Oh, yeah, she killed her, no doubt.
Who are the two bodies? Have they said?
I haven't seen that yet. No.
Dang.
But it's one of those things. Yeah, you know how we're all nosy.
Oh, so nosy.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they come out and say exactly what went down.
Well, because I'm thinking it's an episode of Miami Vice or something. You
Was
know,
there drugs?
I'd say I've already drawn the conclusion in my mind. Yes, all the above. It's some kind of, you know, there's this tremendously exciting backstory to it. So I've already drawn it all up in my head. It'll probably be something boring, but, you know, right now, promising. But, yeah, fascinating story that was out and was live. All right, V. I think it's about time for us to get out of here. Check on the bird. We should have just done some home dentistry.
I told him, I'm like,
Yeah.
Bird, if everybody's trying to take you for a ride, just have them extract the tooth and we'll figure it out later. That's a lot cheaper than
Yeah.
spending thousands in dental surgery in the emergency situation you're in.
Yeah, absolutely. We could have done it. All right, y'all. Tomorrow we got Fridays. Regular fun like the No Name Movie Game. Also, we kind of got sidetracked today. Did not get a joke jury in, so we got some bonus jokes tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Right before 8 a.m. So make sure you're back for the regular show. And the bird will hopefully be back with us as well. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.